The Green Bay Packers will defeat the Kansas City Chiefs in Super Bowl 57 in a rematch of Super Bowl 1, which occurred in an MVP season in which Bart Starr threw 14 touchdown passes. DeVondre Campbell, former linebacker of the Arizona Cardinals, is going to win the Super Bowl over at Glendale at his former home stadium. It is DeVondre Campbell that is going to avenge his Super Bowl 51 loss with the Atlanta Falcons during his rookie year. In case if you don't know, basically what happened in Super Bowl 51 was the biggest comeback in the history of the NFL happened in a Super Bowl. The Patriots were down 28-3. They were up 25 points. They came back and won the game. DeVondre Campbell is going to get one back for the rigged, scripted Patriots comeback. The score was 28-3 for a total of 31 points. Houston's gematria 31. Matt Ryan is gematria of 31. It is DeVondre Campbell that is going to win the Super Bowl with the Pack, because Pack is gematria 31 against the Chiefs. Chief is gematria 31. It would be their first Super Bowl since they defeated the Steelers in Super Bowl 45. Steelers as gematria 31 in 103 in the 103rd season of the NFL. The Falcons were up 25 points in that particular Super Bowl. Falcons is gematria 25. Giants as gematria 25. The Giants were the last NFC team to win the Super Bowl at Arizona. The only team in the NFC to win over at Glendale, Arizona. Giants has gematria of DeVondre Campbell's Super Bowl loss with the Falcons. And it is the Giants, rather the former Atlanta Falcons linebacker, is going to win the Super Bowl over at Glendale for the first title for the NFC at Glendale since Super Bowl 42. DeVondre has gematria 42. It is Glendale, Arizona that has gematria 42. Will the Packers go 4-2 in the Super Bowl? Not so quite. Not so quite. That is not what is going to happen. Glendale, Arizona has gematria of 87-42. DeVondre Campbell is going to help the NFC win its first Super Bowl over at Glendale for the first time since the New York Giants did so in Super Bowl 42. This would be 15 Super Bowls later, because Bart Starr wore number 15. This is the 15th season of Aaron Rodgers as a starting quarterback with the Packers. MVP is gematria 15. Atlanta, where DeVondre lost the Super Bowl with, is gematria of 15. Rams and Tampa were the last two teams to win the Super Bowl. DeVondre Campbell used to play for the Cardinals, who are hosting the Super Bowl. He lost Super Bowl 51 with the Falcons. The Cardinals is gematria 51. Tampa, Rams, the two prior champions. It's Falcon that has gematria of 51. The Packers will be 5-1 in the Super Bowl after they win the Super Bowl over at Glendale, Arizona. It is the Packers that lost to the San Francisco 49ers on January 22nd of 2022, which is it's actually a 65-day numerology. That's the 22nd day of the year. Glendale, Arizona is going to be the next time that the NFC wins a Super Bowl, by the way, for the first time since Super Bowl 42 with DeVondre Campbell. And it was the Falcons that collapsed in the Super Bowl, but don't worry, he will not collapse this time around. 28-3, 31 points. If you're looking at Super Bowl 45, between the Packers and the Steelers, you're going to notice something. This was a score of 31-25. 31 points were scored in the game. There are 31 points at the time that DeVondre Campbell and the Falcons absolutely collapsed, up 25 points. It is the Falcons. It is the former Falcons linebacker at University of Phoenix Stadium that's going to avenge this collapse, up 25 points for the first NFC winner at Glendale, Arizona since the New York Giants. That is what is about to transpire. 31 points, 28-3 for Atlanta. 31 points the Packers scored during their last Super Bowl victory. Packers to Macho 31. They defeated the Steelers during their last Super Bowl. Steelers is to Macho 31. Houston and Matt Ryan, the quarterback, Super Bowl 51. Gematria 31. Perfect instances. It is also Pack that has Gematria 31. So 31 combined points. We definitely will see the Green Bay Packers winning this Super Bowl this year. Some 56 Super Bowls later, after Super Bowl 1 in Super Bowl 57. DeVondre Campbell has Gematria Falcons and Giants, the last Super Bowl winner. That game was won by a score of 31 points, 17-14. Plaxico Burress, if I'm not mistaken, was the game winner of that Super Bowl. The game-winning quarterback was Eli Manning. Manning has Gematria 36. Bart Starr. I think the Packers have 36 playoff wins. Bart Starr is Gematria 36. Cardinals is Gematria of 36. Now, the winning score of that Super Bowl over at Houston, Texas. What was the game-winning score? 34-28. 62 points, a total of 34 points scored in the game. The LA Rams, the defending Super Bowl champion, has Gematria of 34. In 62 points. Cardinals Gematria 62. The Packers could defeat Patrick Mahomes in this particular Super Bowl. That is what is about to transpire for the Green Bay Packers in this particular Super Bowl. It's also Georgia, where Atlanta is from, that has Gematria 62. Now, 14 touchdowns in Bart Starr's MVP season. The Packers' 14th championship this year. 14 prior seasons as a starting quarterback for Aaron Rodgers. It was DeVondre Campbell that was extended on the 14th day of the month, the 73rd day of the year after 72 prior days. Last NFC quarterback to win the Super Bowl at Arizona was Manning, having Gematria 72, Eli Manning. And in Gematria, it is Glendale, Arizona. That is Gematria 72. On the 73rd day of the year is when he makes his extension. Packers having Gematria 73. His Falcons were up 28-3. Packers Gematria 28. They lost to the 49ers. It is the Pack that has Gematria 28 and 64. It is Campbell that has Gematria 64 and 28. Now notice how Campbell has Gematria of New York Giants, the last team to win the Super Bowl over at Glendale, Arizona. 18-1, the New England Patriots. True story. 18-1, New York Giants, Gematria 18-1, when it's all said and done. And continuing on, for the former Atlanta Falcon linebacker. So 28 points is super significant. If you're curious how many Super Bowls ago that was, Super Bowl 29 was the 49ers' last Super Bowl championship. They're a contender too. They just beat Green Bay. Notice how DeVondre Campbell is a former Falcons linebacker, a former linebacker of Atlanta, and the Packers' last Super Bowl championship was over at Texas. So some very good stuff that we're seeing right there. And now Kansas City Chiefs has Gematria 64. So Campbell would defeat the Kansas City Chiefs in this particular Super Bowl where it's all said and done. Niner has Gematria 60. We're talking about the 49ers. It is also Glendale, the site of the Super Bowl, that has Gematria 60. February the 5th was 2-5, the 36th day of the year in 2017. That day was when the Packers blew a 25-point Super Bowl lead against the New England Patriots on the 5th day of the second month. The Patriots in the Super Bowl champion, Los Angeles Rams, has Gematria of 52. All very true in the end game when it's all said and done. It is also the Chiefs. The Chiefs, or, Kansas City Chiefs, the Chiefs, KC by itself. Continuing on, so 36 playoff wins for the Packers. It's Starr, it's Cardinals, that's Schumacher, 36. Super Bowl 51 was on the 36th day of the year. DeVondre Campbell lost Super Bowl 51. He would win the Super Bowl at the stadium of the Cardinals as a former Cardinals player. The Cardinals, Rams, Tampa, Falcon, 5-1 in the Super Bowl when it's all said and done. So 56 years later for DeVondre Campbell. New England and the Cowboys have too much of 45. So DeVondre Campbell, ever since losing to New England, is going to help the Packers win their first Super Bowl since they defeated the Cowboys in Super Bowl 45. Moving on to DeVondre Campbell. 1993 is 22, 123, 7 is 30. 30-day numerology. I haven't figured out the meaning of 30 yet, but I will get to that particular sequence when I do figure it out. January the 15th, he was the 115th overall pick. On January the 15th, 1-15 was Super Bowl 1 on the 15th day of the first month, 151. Now, 151 gives us the gematria of DeVondre Campbell, which is gematria of Giants, is gematria of Falcons. So Super Bowl 42 to Super Bowl 57 is 15 Super Bowls later. After 14 prior Super Bowls, the Packers win their 14th championship. Rodgers' 15th season, he ties Bart Starr, number 15. Rams and Tampa's defending champions against number 15. Patrick Mahomes, the Packers' first Super Bowl since over at Texas. So very, very fascinating stuff for DeVondre Campbell. His contract extension on March the 14th. 14 is 5 of 22, 14 5-day numerology, the Packers' 14th championship. This is why he was signed to an extension on this particular day after 72 prior days. Now, for the Packers' first Super Bowl championships in Super Bowl 45, after beating the Cowboys, for the linebacker who lost to New England, it was Eli Manning that's born at New Orleans, and the New Orleans quarterback won Super Bowl 42 in a giant upset. So that is a very true thing that happened. Elijah Manning has gematria of Aaron Rodgers. And Patrick Mahomes, I think, played 63 regular season games during his career. So 51 days after losing to the 49ers is when DeVondre Campbell, the loser of Super Bowl 51, made his contract extension. He's going to help the Packers be 5-1 the Super Bowl. 7 weeks and 2 days later, that's gematria of Glendale, Arizona. Once again, everything's starting to line up immensely. 1 year, 8 months, and 3 days after signing with the Packers on June the 9th of 2021 is when DeVondre Campbell wins the Super Bowl. 1 year, 8 months, 3 days. In that particular sequence, Glendale, Arizona, gematria 183, but it's the Green Bay Packers that has gematria of 183. So that is the amount of time that he will win the Super Bowl, just 87 weeks later. Once again, Glendale, DeVondre, collapsed, gematria 87. He gets his payback some 6 years later in Super Bowl 57 for DeVondre Campbell. Tom Brady, who ultimately won 6 Super Bowls with the New England Patriots. Such an epic collapse in that particular Super Bowl. It was an overtime game at Texas. You see, the Packers were on the right side of Texas, but DeVondre Campbell was on the wrong side of Texas. It was 28, it was 56 points. The Super Bowl rematch is going to happen 56 years later. A perfect sequence, 44-day numerology, February the 5th of 2017. This gives us the gematria of Wisconsin and Georgia, for example. So yeah, 1 year, 8 months, 3 days. Green Bay Packers. Very fascinating stuff. 87 weeks later, it's also the Seahawks who lost the Super Bowl. Lost the last Super Bowl over there. It was Super Bowl 49, as a matter of fact. Super Bowl 49. Seahawks and Falcon. Seahawks collapsed last Super Bowl at Arizona. The Atlanta Falcons collapsed over at Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas also has gematria of Arizona, keep in mind. So just keep that in the back burner. Houston, City of Houston. City of Houston also has gematria of New York Giants and Kansas City Chiefs and DeVondre. So, and very interesting stuff that I've seen right here. For Super Bowl 45, the New Orleans Saints won the Super Bowl before they did so. We're talking about, remember, the Patriots scored 28 points in the last Super Bowl at Arizona. That there were 52 points that game. It is the Pack and 49ers and DeVondre Campbell blowing a 28-3 lead. 56 points, and this Super Bowl happens 56 years later. So this is very, very interesting stuff. Just a little over 60 months later is what, exactly 5 years, 7 days is when DeVondre Campbell is going to win Super Bowl 57. 5 years, 7 days later, just a little over 60 months later is when he's going to win the Super Bowl at Glendale, because Glendale has gematria of 60. So very fascinating stuff. And it's also Brett Favre. That's a former Atlanta player, if I'm not mistaken. Brett Favre. Brett Favre also has gematria of 45 as well. The Packers won Super Bowl 45. It's Favre that has gematria 52 and 25. So he fits the Green Bay Packer connection, so to speak. Taking on the Red Sea, DeVondre Campbell. Red Sea, gematria 52 and 25. Blew a 25-point lead. I don't think it's going to happen this time. The Red Sea has gematria 40. The Packers' 40th playoff win can happen at Arizona. The Giants were the last NFC team to win the Super Bowl. Other 40 connections to take a look out for is the fact that The Last Dance is also gematria 40. We're talking about Aaron Rodgers. So very interesting to see the relationship with all these particular events. So February the 5th of 2017 is an 8-day numerology. 8 years later from Super Bowl 49 is the next Super Bowl at Arizona. It is 8 in Aaron and the Packers 31 points, and 31 points when the Patriots had, when the Falcons had the lead. Super Bowl comeback as to match up 184 in 67. The Super Bowl 1 was played in the year 67, for example. When you include the end day of his contract, DeVondre Campbell, with the Green Bay Packers, what you get is 1 year, 8 months, and 4 days, or 20 years and 4 months. What we get out of that is the Houston Texans, the team that hosted Super Bowl 51, City of Glendale, Aaron Charles Rodgers, gematria 66. Fort Myers, Florida is where he is from, DeVondre Campbell. So 20 months, 4 days later from the time that he signs with the Packers is when he wins the championship in Week 88 for the NFL star. The Gopher star can win on the 43rd day for the Packers, the Minnesota Gophers. The Gophers is gematria of New York Giants, winning Super Bowl 42, greatest upset ever in the history of the National Football League. Pretty fascinating. It really ceases to amaze me. New York, gematria of Houston, Texas, for example, gematria 39. "87 weeks" is also the gematria of Seahawks. 5 years, 7 days. It's 5 years, 8 months, 5 years, 8 days. That's gematria of Ryan having gematria 58, or Atlanta Falcons, or the Falcons, or something like that. I think it is the Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons has gematria of State Farm Stadium, his team that he played for, State Farm Stadium, and 49ers, who they lost to. 49ers is gematria 55. So the Atlanta Falcons, State Farm Stadium, 49ers, Arlington, Texas, where they last won the Super Bowl. We're talking about the Green Bay Packers. So very interesting stuff that we've seen right there with Green Bay. What an upset that was. What an upset. Upset. Last Super Bowl win by the NFC at Arizona. It's, Pittsburgh was who the Packers beat after 50 Super Bowls is when Campbell lost with the Falcons. Pittsburgh Steelers, gematria 81. It was White that won the Super Bowl. And Super Bowl 51 was when they lost, the Atlanta Falcons. So, final box score, collapse, a very epic collapse for the Atlanta Falcons. James White had a long of 28 too. I mean, you can make this up. James White, gematria 41, 113, same gematria as Green Bay. Green Bay will win the Super Bowl. It's also Rodgers that has gematria of 41, so he will win the Super Bowl with Rodgers for Green Bay to be 5-1 in the Super Bowl when it's all said and done. The connection with the Packers and the Chiefs, Super Bowl 1, just the score for Super Bowl 1, we can certainly do so. 45 points, Super Bowl 45, all that. Losing to New England, all that, I mean, is a very fair game. So, 20 months later, 21 months later. So this is a pretty amazing stuff that I've come across in this research. So that was Jerry World that they last won at. Jerry World. Jerry's gematria 31 too, 31 points. Jerry World is gematria 58. So 5 years, 8 months later from a Super Bowl loss, it'd be the Packers' first Super Bowl win since over at Jerry World. I'm confused. Why? I thought the Falcons, I swear to God, I thought it equaled 58, but I guess it doesn't. I mean, I'm very surprised. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, I never thought so that it did. The Atlanta Falcons, DeVondre Campbell was on the losing end. Kansas City Chiefs is gematria of 172. Kansas Kansas City. Or just Atlanta, Georgia. That's a little better. Atlanta, Georgia's DeMarch 131 and 59. It's 59, number 59, DeVondre Campbell. So, very interesting, very interesting. Let me just see when the day that he got drafted, or the Atlanta Falcons, or just see his college statistics. I don't see any of that. May the 5th, he was signed by the Atlanta Falcons, State Farm Stadium, Gematria 55. May the 5th of 2016. And February the 12th is a 57-37 day numerology, in case if you're curious. 5 months, 7 days later on a 57-day numerology. So May the 5th, February the 12th, that's just over 69 months later. 69 months, that's the 70th month. Again, DeVondre Campbell's Gematria 70. The Giants are the last Super Bowl winner over there. Super Bowl collapse is Gematria 70. It's very good stuff, folks. It is very, very, very good stuff to see playing out right here. Really is. It really is something something special to see. Green Bay Packers having Gematria 69. When the Packers win the Super Bowl, just a little over 69 months later, first team to win the Super Bowl since the New York Giants. It really is something remarkable, because the Giants were 3-1 in the Super Bowl when they won, so that's why the Pack has to win the Super Bowl. Pack having Gematria of 31. So that connection is super special. I just wanted to cover everything possible, just so I don't miss anything. 5 years, 9 months later, just 9 months, 7 days. It's Atlanta, Georgia. That is Gematria 59. It's very, very, very interesting stuff to see, witness right here from May the 5th. But what about the actual day that DeVondre Campbell got drafted? I mean, when did he get drafted? April 30th? It's probably April the 30th, which is 34, which is the 34 points allowed when they won the Super Bowl. So, interesting stuff. April 30th of 2016, or February the 12th, that's 70 months later. That's pretty much a given. Let's see. Yep. Elijah was the winning Super Bowl quarterback. Well, hold on a second. Eli Manning and champions having Gematria 98. I want you to notice that DeVondre Campbell in his career is at 97 total games in his career, and he lost to the New England Patriots when he lost the Super Bowl. So his time is only about to start right now. It is. Kansas City Chiefs that will lose the Super Bowl. They will lose the Super Bowl. It is a given. They will absolutely lose the Super Bowl. I can promise you that. I can promise you that after 50 Super Bowls, when DeVondre Campbell lost Super Bowl 51, we're going to see the Chiefs lose. His time is coming. I absolutely guarantee his time is coming. It is. It absolutely will. He will get the job done. The Patriots have Gematria 151. It's 15th day of the first month. It's no doubt about it. He will get it done this time around. Bart has Gematria 41 and 14. 41 Super Bowls before the Giants won Super Bowl 42. How about the game-winning receiver, Plaxico Burress? Okay. Burris having gematria of 30 be the 30th Super Bowl win for the NFC. So very interesting. It is also the Cowboys. The Cowboys, Cowboys by itself is gematria of 30. So this is some very, very, very interesting stuff to note. DeVondre Campbell, April 30th, to the actual day that he lost the Super Bowl to Tom Brady. How about that connection? 9 months, 6 days, that's 40 weeks later, he's going to win the Packers' 40th playoff game. The Giants, last NFC team to win. It is many things out of the 40. The Falcons is gematria 40. It's, a former Arizona Cardinals linebacker is going to win that Super Bowl. Arizona Cardinals. Pretty amazing. Let's see, Super Bowl 51. Let me just try something else. The city of Glendale. The city of Glendale has gematria of the Steelers and the New York Giants and all that, and upset. I mean, the city of Glendale, Arizona, having gematria of 90. Arizona Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals having gematria 90 as well. And State Farm having gematria 31 as well. Go get him, DeVondre Campbell. I know you're going to do just fine. 9 months, 6 days. That's 9 months and 7 days. That's gematria of New England Patriots. There's nothing to be worried about. 97 games. The LA Rams are the defending champion. You will be the next team to win the Super Bowl. That is a given. LA Rams having gematria 64, same gematria as New York Giants. I mean, go get him. That's all I have to say for DeVondre Campbell. He's gonna get the job done. I need to discover 59 a little bit more. Just a little bit more, honestly. Day properties of his birthday, July the 1st, or July the 1st. 182nd day of the year. 183rd in leap years, 1 year, 8th month, 3 days. He wins the Super Bowl. So July the 1st, 2022 to February the 12th of 2023. So just a little over 32 weeks, 33 weeks later is gematria of Glendale, and the fact that it's Chiefs that's got gematria 32. Houston Texans, 5-1 in the Super Bowl. Okay, we are set. We are set. We are set. March the 14th to his birthday is another great indicator. 7, 8, 9, 10 is a 14-day numerology is his birthday. March 14th to July the 1st, that's just a little over 15 weeks, that's 109 days. Los Angeles won the Super Bowl, gematria 109, so that's another strong indicator too, in case if you're curious. Okay. 1 year, 8 months later, he wins the Super Bowl. It was 18-0 for the Patriots, and they lost. I mean, it was a pretty big upset. It was pretty amazing. It was the biggest upset ever. Dallas Cowboys has the same gematria as DeVondre Campbell. And Atlanta Falcons.